get put on the House Armed Services Committee, and they find themselves voting on military policies. What do you want them to know?
Well, I want them to, first of all, get really good military fellows. I had just an amazing military staff when I was there. My first military LA had been in Iraq, and a really smart guy. He was still in the National Guard in the Washington, D.C. area. Same thing with my next military LA, a former veteran, very smart. And then the military provides members of the Armed Services Committee fellows. And some of the people who are destined for great leadership positions in the military circle through the Capitol because they want you guys, hopefully it's all you guys in the future, they want you guys to get a grip on what Congress is like because the Pentagon has to interact with Congress. So it's kind of a little training ground for those who are on a leadership track within the military. So I would say to them, listen to those people. Do not be distracted by the headlines that are all about the controversy of a military action or a proposed military action or something that is in the paper. Dig down and get the perspective of your staff who hopefully has had some military experience, and then begin asking questions and make sure you understand both sides of the argument. I went to the Armed Services Committee. I'm going to be honest with you. I wanted to do this oversight on military contracting, and I was raised to really respect the military, but I wasn't sure about that military. I was like, really? I'm not sure these guys. I mean, they all may just be a bunch of cowboys that, aren't thinking things through. And 12 years on that committee, I have even though I pick on them, even though I go after them when they screw up, I have immense respect for America's military. If you look at some of the things the military have done that could not be done outside the military in a short period of time, for example, the integration of the military, that was done way before America was ready for it. And the military did it, bumps and problems, but they did it. Same thing with openly gay service. I mean, think about how that was implemented, and I'm sure there's still some problems out there, but there is this leadership ethos in the military and the diversity of leadership. I mean, I'll never forget when I finally figured out that I had seen more African American generals and leaders in the military than I had ever seen in any kind of private enterprise that was comparable. I mean, there really is, I think, an admirable ability of the military to find leaders and not based on how you look or where you come from, and to promote leaders and give them the tools they need. So I'm a big fan of the military now, and that came from learning about the military, not from a distance. And so whoever gets on the Armed Services Committee, they have a really fortunate opportunity to have a front row seat to the most amazing military in the world. I am convinced of that.
Senator McCaskill, thank you so much for joining us on this podcast and for being here at the Institute of Politics and Harris School of Public Policy.
My pleasure, and thank you all for signing the dotted line to serve our country. You're going to be, I'm sure I'll be seeing you walking in and out of the Pentagon someday, and I hope you remember what I said about contracting.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us today on Thank You for Your Service. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at TYFYS_podcast. And don't forget to subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, so you'll get our next episode as soon as it's released.
Thank You for Your Service is produced by Haziano, Julian Lake, Ashwarya Kumar, and Mary Martha McClay. Our creative consultant is Sarah Claudy. Our publisher is David Rabon. Special thanks to Ellie Price. This podcast is a production of the University of Chicago Public Policy Podcasts and is definitely not in any way intended to reflect the official positions of the Department of Defense or any other military entity. I'm Nick Pareso.
And I'm Thomas Krasnation. See you next time.
Hi, this is Jason Zukis, the host of Have You Heard? The UC3P News Quiz. Curious to know what our show's all about? Here, have a listen.
Iceland has fielded a surprisingly successful team in recent World Cups. Iceland's coach, Heimar Hallgrímsson, has a skill set not limited to just soccer, however. Which of these things does he not do on the side? A. Work part-time as a dentist. B. Dress up as an Icelandic troll during Christmas time.
Oh boy.
Or C. Sell car insurance to friends and family.
Oh, man. I feel like he definitely does the troll thing. Like, I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't be shook if he was a dentist. I'm going to go with car insurance.
That's correct. He does not do that.
If you enjoyed that clip, come check out all of our episodes by searching for Have You Heard UC3P on your preferred podcast platform, or join one of our upcoming live shows. Just go to facebook.com/HYH News Quiz for more info on our next show. See you there.